Today on the show, we're going to talk about our continuing search for good sushi. We are sushi lovers, have been sushi lovers since the early 90s, and we found a few places over our time. A couple places, one here in Oceanside called KZO that we were there all the time, and another place called KZO in Culver City, California. We were there as much as we could, kind of pricey, but so amazing. And of course, you know, there's always the Nobu and things like that. But we like to find some, you know, local spot where, you know, we get to know some people, sit at the bar, chat with the chef, just basically, you know, be a pest. But we love a good sushi bar. This is another conversation about our continuing search. We did get down to a place called Brothers in Culver City that replaced KZO. And here's our conversation discussing it. Hope you enjoy. If you like what you hear, please, help us out by subscribing and following. It helps out. So the search continues. Ever since KZO in Culver City closed.
KZO.
Sorry. Man, what does that mean? Whoa.
Going way back.
That actually might be one of my favorite sushi bars ever.
I think it's also because, lived there for a while, went there for so many years. Although, no, we went to KZO a lot longer. Yeah, I don't know.
You know what? I'll say it this way. It wasn't necessarily the best sushi, you know what I mean, that I've had.
No.
But it was like a Hawaiian style sushi.
Mm-hmm.
The vibe was Hawaiian. We knew the people. Hawaiian. There was kind of everybody in the neighborhood was kind of a part of it. It was weird now that I think about it. It was kind of the ideal place. You know, the people that were there, the owner, Lane.
It was very family-like. We felt like part of that family.
We did feel a part of that family.
Mm-hmm. So I think that
was really fun.
That's really it.
That was really, I don't know. No, I can't say that because we liked the food. We did.
Yes.
Yeah. The food was good. Was it, was it omakase from, Japan? No. But it was delicious. Mm-hmm. I wish we had one now. I'd go all the time.
For sure.
But we're talking, we're talking about sushi again. And we're always looking out for something, especially now that KZO's gone. KZO retired, and I'm glad to hear he had a good run, and he and his wife I guess they had some health issues or whatever. So,
I didn't know.
Yeah, I think they'd said that when we were at the bar at the place the other night. Mm. We went to what was it called? Two Brothers or Brothers in Culver City.
That's
the one that
called?
Took the place of.
Yeah. I can't remember
KZO?
what it was called, but
it's called Brothers. And we met one of the chefs there, and he'd mentioned something like that.
Oh.
So that's the unfortunate part, but I hope everything goes well for them. Hope everything turns around. But we are still in the market. We're still looking for some place that really ticks the box. And I guess you could say I'm kind of set in my ways as to what I like, but it always boils down to the same thing. Quality food, great service, kind of a nice ambiance. Yeah, I don't know. I think it's important that all those things exist. It can't just be one thing. We've been to places that it's pretty much a vending machine for sushi. We've been to that one. It's awful. I don't like it at all. I don't get it. The sushi isn't particularly good. Not good. The ambiance with the ding, 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 and all the trains or the boats or however they transport the fish is ridiculous to me.
You don't like that conveyor belt sushi?
No, you sit at some little weird table where you deposit your empty plates into the mouth of this device,
and after so many plates, you get a little prize.
You get a prize.
The kids like it, but it's not really good for the adults.
Did the kids go with us?
Yeah.
Did they like it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, they liked the idea of all of that, right? They wanted to put they were young, younger.
Yeah. Okay. Now, I don't know if they would. Yeah.
No, now I don't think they would like it.
No, they wouldn't.
Now they're turning into sushi snobs themselves.
Snobs in food in general.
That's true.
It's not just sushi. They actually told me the other day, which I mean, it's kind of a compliment, but also kind of sad at the same time. They said that they just can't find food outside the house, and I felt like I felt at the moment like it didn't make me feel like great. Oh, that's so exciting that I feel so great because my food is obviously good enough to where they would say that. It felt like a combination of things. The sad state of affairs of easy to get food, like something you could just grab, and the cost, the cost associated.
I didn't even think about that. Were they mentioning the cost as well?
No, I know that the reason why one of our sons likes to take the lunch, especially because if he goes and buys a lunch around his office, he can spend as much as $20 for lunch.
Yes, that's true.
Let's say you spend 15 to 20 every day, 5 days a week. That's $100 out of your check.
Trust me. Yeah, I know. He was just telling me about how much he spends and that he's not very happy about it. So I'm like, welcome to the real world.
Yeah, for real. Yeah, that's what life costs. And in fact, you have just a little taste of what that is. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, welcome to the misery. So back to this sushi spot. We were out looking for sushi, and we knew everything that we knew was gone. And there's something that we want something premium. I'm sorry. We want that great cut of fish. We want a not arrogant sushi chef, somebody who actually thinks that they're human. And we also want somebody with a good selection of sake and a nice ambiance, and the service to be good.
Sure.
Sounds crazy, I know.
Well, and you also don't want it to be, I think, I mean, there's good places. I mean, you could go to your staples, right? You could go to Nobu. You could go to...
No, but you keep saying that. But, why does everything have to be $300 in order for you to have, what you call good time? As a matter of fact, I'm going to say it this way. To kind of counterbalance that, anytime that I'm being, raked over the coals and I know it, it becomes less valuable to me as I'm eating it. As I'm eating the food, I want to stop. Mm-hmm. Stop. Just stop, please. Stop. And even the spot we're going to talk about today, the bill, we didn't eat that much. The bill was still $80 whatever.
80?
Yeah.
That's cheap.
No. But we didn't eat much. I think I had one roll and sake and beer, and that was it. It was like, and by the time we were done, it was like,
we had sashimi plate.
Okay, that's it. Yeah, that's it. It was just, I felt not good about the whole situation. I wanted to get out. So the fact that when the bill came, it was $80 some odd, I was like,
I didn't know it was that cheap. That's actually not bad.
Yeah, I'm sorry to tell you, it was not good. So, anyways, the place we went to was called,
it's called Osaka Story.
Osaka Story. And actually, I think what happened was they should have changed to Osaka Story, because every time they go in there and buy their place, it's a sucker.
Oh my God.
No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
It is not that bad.
Look, the reality is that it's a place that's in a very, very high rent place in Long Beach, and it's in Belmont Shore, right?
Yeah, it's on 2nd Street in Belmont.
And
tons of restaurants,
Yeah, just a jam-packed full of, places. And unfortunately, my feeling about it is that first of all, I think staffing right now is just awful. I think staffing is just one of the biggest issues of these places, of any restaurant at this point. And I don't know why, because there's still kids being born. There's still young people being born. There's a generation of people who, they want to be an influencer. They want to do podcasts. They want to do YouTube videos. Maybe they don't want to work in restaurants. I mean, who wants to be in service? You want to be out there, taking the crap from the customers. I don't know what the deal is, but this was just, to me, the place turned out to be just someplace I will never go back. And it just wasn't, it didn't hit the mark. It didn't live to the standard. It didn't. I mean, and again, what's the standard? The standard is simple for me. Great fish, or at least well put together. And I've had, where the cuts of fish aren't particularly, they're not these, fresh whatever things, but the way they put it together is fantastic. I forget that. I'm done complaining. Let's just get real about it. I think any restaurant you go to, in order for me to go back, your food, something has to stand out. Something about what it is you're doing has to stand out.
Yeah.
And it has to be kind of a bit of all of them. Now, if your food is incredible, people will come. People will come if your food is so incredible.
Yeah. And despite your service or your ambiance or whatever, if the food's incredible, they will come.
Yeah. They'll come because it's that kind of thing, you know.
Mm-hmm. And this place, again, like you said, it's just, you know, a typical sushi spot.
Yeah.
What I think was the turnoff was the customer service part of it. Right?
That's always it.
It was just
it's always
slow. But beyond that, here was my biggest complaint.
Yeah.
Which, you know, I don't feel like I'm as hard as you are, but maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm worse. I don't know. But I do not like going to a sushi bar, sitting at the sushi bar, and not having the ability to have a conversation with the sushi chef. I'm sitting there waiting. The guy's looking at me. You know I'm sitting right in front of you, but he wouldn't take my order or, you know, ask me what I needed. Nothing. So I'm like, hello, can I place an order? He's like, oh yeah, you know, place it with your server. And I'm like, well, that's stupid. I mean, the whole purpose of me sitting at the sushi bar is because I want to be able to talk to you, ask questions, do whatever, have an interaction, because usually we get a lot better, you know, information on what's the freshest fish, give me something different, do something special.
But
I don't know.
Isn't that the whole purpose of sitting at the bar?
But that's what I think. But maybe I'm wrong.
Well, I you know, okay, so just to kind of give you an understanding of what I care about, I mean, again, you got to have decent fish. You got to put it together right. Sitting at the bar, the whole purpose of it in my mind is your ability to interact with the chef, to see what's the freshest stuff he's got, and also what he could discuss with you to say, well, what do you like?
Yeah.
And then you could say, well, I like this, I like that. Okay, let me do something for you.
Right.
That to me is important. That's why sitting at the bar. Now, it also, just coincidentally, because there's two of us, it's easier to communicate in my mind, because sitting across the table, I don't know why, but sushi at a table just never works for me. I don't know.
I agree with you.
Something about the intimacy of sitting next to you, where we're kind of sharing or passing bowls back and forth to the side. Here, let me get you. Would you care for more beer? Would you care for some here? Da da da. It's the intimacy of it is different.
Yeah, maybe if you had a big party, okay, I get it. You can't sit at a sushi bar and have that interaction.
You can't. That's fine. But you know, the thing about it is, then it's the ability of the server to bridge the gap between you and the chef.
Yeah.
And this particular server was vacant. It was not there. So we come in, sit down, and I don't remember I remember saying to you, I'm leaving in 3 minutes. And if nobody comes to us in 3 minutes, I'm leaving. Mm-hmm. And then I don't know what happened. I think it went over a little bit, but he did.
No, it didn't go over. What happened was I said something to the sushi
chef.
That's
right. You cheated.
I'm like, hello.
You cheated. And that's probably why we got. Next time, just going forward here, okay? There's good reason for me to say what I'm saying. If you and I are sitting there and no one's come. Mm-hmm. Trust me, there's a good reason why we should go. There's no reason to force it.
See, my feeling too is that, okay, you're right.
If you force it though, you're going to get what you deserve.
But maybe it's because it's it was a busy Friday night.
No, that doesn't matter.
Well,
that doesn't matter. No,
I factor that in a little.
I'm sorry, it doesn't matter to me at all. Doesn't matter to me at all. Look, just understand this. If you force it, then you're not giving an accurate depiction of what's happened to your listener. Okay.
You want to know something funny though?
Go ahead.
Here's one of when I think, oh, the night is going to go well, everything is supposed to happen the way it's supposed to happen. Yeah. It starts off, honest to God, with parking. If that parking, it happens to work out and you get lucky, and we did. It was like, okay, this was one spot right there that just opened up as we were getting there. So I'm like, oh, this is a good sign. Mm-hmm. I always take that as a sign. Okay, this is going to be, and usually I would say 9 times out of 10, it is a good sign. This instance wasn't so good.
I don't know. I just know what works for me as far as going out for a night. What works for me is the least amount of work I have to do. Now,
that's what I'm saying. If it starts off well,
I'm not. Let me give my explanation here. I think your relationship with an evening is like kind of have a relationship with somebody you are involved with. If it's work in a relationship, meaning that you have to like fight to kind of make the relationship work, then it's a problem, right? Right? Mm-hmm. It should be easy, correct? Because you feel all those feelings and it should work. I feel like the evening is the same. If you have to work at making the evening, work right, then it obviously wasn't meant to be. That's how I do it. And it's always worked for me. But when I force it and go, let's wait, let's stand in line, let's push to get this done, it never for me works out. And again, what's working out, what's not working out. I think the whole purpose of going out for a night is to have a relaxing evening, not have to think about the things you think about daily, not to think about the bills, not think about, the kids or the, drama at work, whatever it is. Mm-hmm. You're out to have a relaxing evening.
Yeah.
That means you have to be in a good receiver mode,
Yes. And a lot of times, maybe you're not.
Well,
but that's key.
No,
you're right.
I think the thing that makes me in good receiver mode is letting it just happen the way it happens. You know what I mean? Not forcing things to happen. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Well, you forced it. I told you, well, let's leave in 3 minutes. And no, you were then, let me get the guy's attention. You made it happen. And it was nothing to speak about. I would have rather gotten up and left. Okay? Because then you can find out what really could have happened. Like there was a place across the street we'd been to years ago that was really fun, and we could have had probably a great time over there, but we didn't go. We stayed there at this place to try it out. Okay, we tried it out. It's all right. It wasn't, it was just one of the many sushi bars that are available.
Yeah, it was. There's nothing unique, and the sushi wasn't particularly.
They think it's unique. They think their ambiance is unique. Whatever their,
Really?
Yeah. Because it's all this pictures and stuff on the walls. Yeah, they think they're really kicking, arse here. Whatever.
And even though we got this sashimi plate, which, maybe most people would like it. I think you liked it too. To me, I don't like my sashimi to be so thick.
No,
I have to take 3 bites to do. And that's maybe I'm stupid because. Hey, you're getting more fish, but no, the cut has to be right.
God, that's so weird.
Cut has to be right.
Well, in the case of something like sashimi, which is not cooked, it's not marinated, it's not prepped in any way other than your
some of them,
slicing. No. It's raw fish.
Yeah.
What I'm saying to you is that if you're serving a glass of water, right? The temperature, the glass, the clarity, the wedge of lemon is going to be a factor in its presentation. So in the case of sashimi, being that it's just fish, everything about it's really subtle. So in your case, part of that presentation and the eating of it is the cut. And if you don't get the cut right, it's a factor. It's very noticeable. It's like a lot like not putting beans in a burrito. You know what I mean? Like, what? What are you talking about? No beans in this burrito. How is it a burrito then?
Yeah, well.
Do you know what I mean? Not putting salsa on a taco.
No, yeah, okay. That's more like that.
It's not putting milk in your cereal. I don't know what you want to say. I'm just saying it's important because there's the things about it are so subtle, in my opinion. Yeah. So I'll say it like this. For me, being particular, to put it nicely, this place was a 7. And the best part about it was the fish. That's it. Everything about it was, I would move on to someplace else. Just go down the street, find another joint. But if you are looking...
There was even a place down that we had a
that we've
dinner
been before.
with our family.
Yeah, years ago.
Yeah, it's been a few years, and I don't know if it's still there.
It's still there.
But that was better. I don't know if the ratings or reviews were better, but for us it was better. And maybe it was because we did have a bigger party and they did make an effort.
No. It was just the place. It was just the places that way. It's I can't. Is it Kehan over there off of?
I don't know what it's called.
In Belmont Shore or down by the peninsula.
Yeah, it's same. It's down the street. It's on 2nd Street, but it's just farther down the street.
Oh, and it's not. Well, it's not on. It's more close to the freeway rather than in Belmont Shore itself.
Yeah, it's right before you get into the.
It's not right before. It's blocks down.
Right, I'm just saying it's before you get into the.
Yeah.
But it was. I don't know. It was better, but.
Yeah. So look, these are all just opinions, but I'll tell you this. No, I really love sushi.
Oh God, you got it right. I'm looking it up. Kehan.
Yeah.
Okay.
The sushi is very important to me, and I'll say it this way because I love the fish, I love the ocean, I love. I think that every fish you get is like a gift. You know, it's such an incredible thing that you could get to eat, and it just has to be right. I'm willing to give you all the money I've got. You know, we used to give KZO for just the two of us. We'd sometimes spend $300 there back in the day.
There was a lot of alcohol included in that.
There was some alcohol, but the fact of the matter is that we'd spend $300 at a sushi bar for two of us.
Mm.
Okay. I wouldn't, a lot of places I go to, I wouldn't give you more than $100 just in total with the tip and everything. Doesn't matter.
Damn.
Yeah. I can't think of a place right at this moment. Well, save for Sushi On in San Marcos. Yeah, that's pretty good.
That's like, I mean, I wouldn't say, oh, they've got like these special.
No, but they have
fish.
They have special. What do you mean? They're all the same cuts of the same.
No,
fish.
I mean like special. Like when you and I would go to KZO, we would.
Yeah,
on
but
occasion,
you really can't. Yeah, you can't really go. You can't look for tens. We can't look for tens because
now at this point, I'm just looking for a solid 8.5. I think get an 8.5?
An 8.5. I have no problem with them. The ambiance itself, no. Nothing to look at. The service was good. It was good.
Service is always good there.
Service is good. The fish is good. The cuts are good. Mm-hmm. Is it the best? No. But see, the best to me, like I said before, is everything. It's everything you do.
Sure. But it's like if I can't get, to me, I didn't even know that this was something that's hard to get. I thought it's just like a normal thing,
What's
like
that?
Ankimo.
Oh, you're finding out that's becoming incredible hard. We can't get anybody.
I can't get anybody.
And if they do, they give you some kind of package and deal, and it's tough. And
it's not fresh.
Not fresh.
No.
Yeah. Yeah. As a matter of fact, we had so many things at KZO that they're mind-boggling to me now. Those little baby squids.
Yeah.
I know they're horrible. They're horrible to look at. You feel so bad because they're little baby squids in a package. They're so good though. They're incredible.
But what made that too is also his little sauces.
Absolutely.
He was a saucier. He
absolutely
put little sauces on the side there.
But you just can't expect that in every place. As a matter of fact, I don't know. I can't. My standard has gone down so low now. There's so many places that they don't get it. They don't get what they're doing. They don't.
Or we're just not. Yeah, we're just not finding the right place. I don't know.
Yeah. I just can't. We can't afford to try every place. I'd be trying a new place every week. Spend a couple $100. What am I?
I can't do that.
What am I, Richard Branson? Jeez. So, if you know places that are just can't be missed, that have great service, they're attentive. Look, whether they like you or not, whether you're the right ethnicity or whatever, you come in the right size or shape, you just get treated good. It's their business. That's what they do. That's what I'm talking about. I'm talking about a place that, they bring you your stuff. They're eager to help you. They have offerings. They offer you things, not just tell you, here, what do you want off the menu? Oh, you want a number 4? No, my friend, a number 4 has lemon wedges and watermelon. What are we doing here?
What's that other place that you get the salmon skin hand roll that you love? Oh. And that guy goes out of his way and he gives you the little ribs, the little
costitas.
Yeah, little.
The is that nori?
Is that what it's called? Okay.
That sushi nori to me is where do we categorize it? They're so eager to please.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like you said, Sushi On in San Marcos. I say sushi nori in Escondido only because of the the eagerness.
Well, that's okay. So they're two different categories for me, though.
Really?
Yeah, because Sushi Nori is a local spot where the sushi chefs are Latino. They're Mexican, and those guys, they're the real workers, man, in the kitchen today. In every kitchen, these guys have clearly watched how to cut fish from the master people, whoever they know what they're doing. Were they trained in Japan? Do they have that kind of background where they understand the flavors that come? Were they born there? Is it ingrained in their essence? Probably not, but they do know how to make a good sushi. So sushi to me is like, it's not the finest sushi I've ever had. Okay. But they do an incredible salmon skin hand roll that rocks the house. It is just the best salmon skin hand roll I have ever had, period. It's plentiful. It's beautiful. It's well done. I don't even know how to describe it. It's so good. It is an 11. If there was an 11, it's an 11. The guys there, they're just so eager to please. The place is local. It's right there in Escondido. If life was different, I would stop in once a week and just have, go by myself, have a couple of rolls and a beer and head out. That would be great. Everything else, it's good. It's good. The ambiance, it's all right.
It's just it's another
simple place.
You're in, what do they call little strip malls?
Yeah, strip
same
mall.
as Sushi On to me.
Yeah, same thing. Sushi On, well, I've had an incredible. Here's a problem with them: consistency. I've had an incredible. I love sashimi. Okay, is it my favorite? It might be my favorite in the sushi bar. The reason being, it's just fish. It's just the beauty of the fish. You don't need to complicate it with, mayo and, different kinds of greens and let's roll it in sesame seeds and let's, you don't do any of that. It's just literally a nicely cut fish. I've had an incredible sashimi plate there, and I do like it. The ambiance, it's nothing to brag about. The service is good.
Yeah.
So
service in both of those places is really good.
Yeah.
You've never had an issue.
No. But again, for me, it goes back to ambiance, service, and food. Mm-hmm. Put them together. That's what I call a 10. I've had a very nice evening with you at Glass Box up in the Sky Deck in Delmar Heights. I've had a nice experience
that's
there.
True. We have.
I think it's beautiful. It is a glass box.
But it is inconsistent.
It is very inconsistent. I've actually we go in there sometimes. We used to go there sometimes for their sashimi lunch, which is about half price of the dinner for whatever reason.
Yeah. Fantastic. It was
fantastic. So there's the main chef, the owner, I think, and I think we were there one day when he was there. They weren't as generous with the fish on that occasion. We'd met another guy, San Diego guy, and he was. We told him what we did, and I think the cuts were just a little thicker. Unfortunately, that's great for us, but I think bad for business because A, the owner probably wouldn't like those cuts to be as thick, and B, makes it inconsistent. That means you're going to do something nice for us, but then it won't come out there on a regular basis because we'd gone back, it just wasn't the same.
Right, different chef,
different cuts. Mm-hmm. It wasn't as enjoyable.
Right,
but the ambiance is the ambiance. The service is okay. It's not. I'm not nothing to write home about, unless that San Diego guy was there again, and I don't think he was. I think he was new. I don't know what was happening there, but it was great. That one occasion was great. Mm-hmm. But I went back a couple other times and ordered the same thing, and it fell flat. Yeah. So I don't know. Yeah. Consistency is so important, man. Mm-hmm. It is just.
I agree.
You really mess up your business in my eyes when you don't do the same thing for everyone. Mm-hmm. And I know, what are you going to say? Well, different chef, and I'm sorry, it was a Tuesday. Excuses. Those are all excuses to me. That means nothing. It just doesn't.
Excuses.
Yeah. So I look, just to wrap this up, look, they could have done way better. They could have made the evening way better if they had just given us decent service. And the thing about it is, if you bring us a beer, you walk away for 10 minutes, we don't find you, and then And by that time, I'm mad because it's not even the basic stuff was delivered. I think we had to ask for utensils, if I recall correctly.
No.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I don't remember because we were sitting there and I said, "Oh, can we get this? Can we get that?" Maybe I was just mad by that time.
I think you were just mad because they were. Yeah. It's already all set up when I got there.
So okay. Well, I was just, you mess up my flow. I'm gonna call it my flow. We go in there. You say all you have to do is say, "Hey, how you doing? You don't like me? Okay, fine. Don't like me. Just make sure that you do your job. That's it. Just do your job. Okay. Bring me a beer, a sake. That's what I'm asking for. That'll keep me busy for a minute. Whilst I'm enjoying my beer and my sake, I'm going to lay out my setting, which means my soy sauce and I want the fresh wasabi. I want certain things to come to the table here. Give me my what is it called? The chili? Togarashi? Mm-hmm. Bring my togarashi. Okay? Bring my fresh ginger. Don't make me ask.
You mean
fresh ginger.
Wasabi.
And that. I mentioned that before, but you weren't listening.
Sorry.
Let me have my condiments, my chopsticks, my bowl, like that. Put my beer and my sake on ice. Don't make me ask. Why would I want my beer to sit there for 20 minutes getting warm while this is all going on? Why would I want that? Put it on ice. Put my sake on ice. Simple. And it's not like this crazy man's over here asking for a bowl of ice for his thing. Oh, my God. Come on.
It's true. Like the places that just come and bring you your sake in a bucket of ice.
Yeah. Don't
without having to ask. Yeah. Those already have a leg up.
You're already doing it. You're already doing your job. Do your job.
It is kind of rare for them to do it. It's kind of weird. It's like, really?
Look, just, here's the thing. What should I do? Do your job. Okay. And maybe you don't know your job. You don't know that you are in service. Oh, you thought you were working at the tire center down the street. No. You're in service. You are a server at a restaurant. I hate to be rude to you, but here's a sit rep. Your job is to serve. Your job is to anticipate what I want. Your job is to bring me things without an attitude. And I'll give you a tip. I'll give you a nice tip. And the nicer you are, I'm not saying you have to know my name and be my best friend, but whilst I'm at your restaurant, know that your job is to be the steward of my evening while I'm there with you. We don't have to be friends. We don't have to follow each other on Facebook or Instagram. Facebook. You just need to do your job while I'm there. And then when I'm gone, you can go about your business. That seems like a reasonable agreement to me. But when you work at a sushi bar and you don't bring the condiments, you don't bring me chopsticks, you don't do all that stuff ahead of time, it's kind of rude. And you're already setting the bad tone. Then when we ask you for something, it's like an ordeal. And then, what's really strange too? You know what bothers me sometimes about servers? They are overly cutesy. You know what I mean? Like one of those, they're like, they just seem a little too like high tone friendly, like trying to, like they think that how we're going to bridge the gap here is because I'm going to ask you a bunch of questions and talk to you and all that. Don't chat me up. Listen, I'm sorry to tell you, I don't mind being friendly and having a little, interaction, but you know what? The really way to get on my good side and get that tip is to do your job. That's it. It's not complicated for me. I mean, I know I'm oversimplifying. Do your job. We don't need to be friends. We need to be pen pals. I don't need to, get your IG handle. All we need to do is just do your job. Cool? All right. I like it. Anyways, you know what? A lot of sushi bars like this place are just, they're just going through the motions. And I imagine a lot of times it's kind of attributed to what I just mentioned. I don't think they're getting good, staffing right now. You know what I mean? I think it's tough. I don't know why it's so tough, but it seems to be tough. And it's unfortunate. It's unfortunate because I think it really takes down the whole experience for me. And you guys are saying, well, what's wrong? What's wrong with you, man? You're so tough on these places or whatever. No, not really. Not really. I've just lived a while and I've had some great experiences in places that are not great. If they can do it, you can do it. I don't, maybe your food isn't particularly the best, whatever it is in the world. It doesn't have to be. Make the experience, entertaining or fun.
Yeah.
Don't.
That was what like Kaizen did. They
Yeah.
made it entertaining and fun.
Yeah. I
There
mean,
was music, live music on certain
Yeah.
days.
Yeah.
They had a massage therapist
Sure.
there on certain days.
Yeah.
Just a chair massage.
Yeah.
But everybody knew each other. We all had fun.
Yeah, people were interacting,
Friendly.
and buy each other beers. Hey, have a beer on me, blah blah. You know, I'm not saying every place can be like that,
No.
but that was a treat.
Yeah.
That was a real
Yeah.
treat.
It's not like you said, not like, oh, they had the premier cuts of fish.
They had some great people though.
But
Really
that's
great.
what I'm saying, though. They made up for all of that with the people.
Yeah, I think the thing about it, everybody that went in there was accepted. That's the best part. I think you know, in a place you want it to be successful. You know what? I really didn't understand it till recently because I thought it was an overly used word. People were using the word community. I think that's the case. I think that's when you have something special. Is when you have a community. When you get people all interacting and everybody wants to be a part of it, and there's energy there, and there's good camaraderie, and people aren't, you know, they're not being catty, they're not being weak, you know, they're not being judgy or whatever. They're just, you know, there's a place in Long Beach that I kind of learned this from a long time ago. Just went there a while back. It's changed a bit, but there was a place called Joe Jost's in Long Beach on Anaheim.
Yep.
And what I admired about this place most of all, it's been around for 100 years now. And it's just a simple beer bar. It's been probably doing the same thing, making the same food for 100 years. But what's nice about it is that it's just so accessible. You know, it's just so easy to do. It's not, there's no reservations, there's no attitude, there's no coffee shop attitude, you know, that kind of where you're like, they seem to dismiss you. You know, like, what was that one video I saw on YouTube where the guy starts, the girl's doing that, you know, dismissive kind of tone in her voice? You ever heard that, seen that video where they talk to you like upspeak? You know what I mean? Like, it's just a way they talk. So it kind of makes you feel like you're irrelevant, you know, like they're above you in some way. Well, this guy did a video where he started to talk like the girl that was doing it. It was really funny because she's like, why are you talking like that? And he goes, why are you talking like that? I'm not talking. This is my voice. You know, and so the whole interaction was, you know, just come on, man. Come on. Why are you doing this? Why are you doing it the way you're doing it? You know, this is a business. Who you want in your business is everyone, you know. By the way, you know, it's really funny. I don't know if it's funny or not, but I went to something called, was it Paradigm? It's a Chat GPT, but it's not Chat GPT. It's another one. It's a different app, and they say it's better. So I went and I said, you know, what could I do to improve my show? Okay, and it said the Chat GPT or whatever, AI, I don't even want to call it.
AI.
This thing said, it said, narrow down your audience, like specialize and figure out a channel in your market and just focus on them. Because, you know what, I have had an attitude about Grub Enthusiast is that my attitude about who's your audience, everybody with a mouth. That was what was my attitude.
Everybody that eats.
Everybody who eats food, everybody that, you know, likes food and drink. Those are my audience. And maybe I don't know. It did say, and I've heard it before. It's not the first time I've heard someone say, narrow down, like pick a group, you know, 55-year-old overweight, you know, men in America. That would be a good one. Maybe under 40.
Do they want you to be like more specific and say only talk about sushi restaurants?
Yeah.
Only.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, just sushi or just tacos or, you know, just pizza. Yeah. Something. Be specific. And I agree. I would be good because, you know,
I don't know that I agree with
Barstool president, you know, the guy that does nothing but pizza. There are people who just do fast food, just boba. You know, I don't know. I just don't eat like that. You know, I don't discriminate when it comes to food. Food,
No.
you know, no, I'm an equal opportunity eater. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
I don't know. I think it'd be nice for the show to have segments that people could rely upon, and they could say, okay, well, you know, this is about the review. This is about, the tech talk or maybe a food recipe. I don't know how this works, but maybe I'm gonna start figuring something like that.
Start figuring it out. Yeah.
Figuring it after all this time. So I'm exhausted now. If anybody knows any sushi bars that really kind of do what I'm saying, they just have an understanding that they're in charge of your dining experience, and if they understand that look, the ambiance is important, the food is equally important, and so is the service. It's like the trifecta. It's the trifecta of success in my mind as far as a restaurant. If you're doing those things at a high level, you're going to do well. Does it cost more to you possibly to get great ingredients and doll up your location to make it look good and acceptable? Nice seating, nice lighting. Yes. Does it cost more to have better service, better servers? I will hang my hat on this idea that you got to understand that the servers are the first line of interaction with your customer. They just are. If they're interacting and making the customer feel, they're being paid attention to, and they're delivering the ingredients at the right time, it makes the customer feel like they want to tip better. They want to spend more money. Give me one more beer. I want to stay a little longer. Give me another roll. You're going to get add-ons because the customer wants to be there. It's not like, hey, hurry up, let's get out of here. Come on, where's the check? No, it's like, well, hey, what's up, Bill? Hey, Sally, how are you? Oh yeah, hey, well, yeah, let's have another beer. Hey, hey, let me. In the past, I've gone to places where I've actually bought beers for the guys behind the bar, the sushi bar. The chef's there. Hey, man, have a beer with me. And they buy him a beer or whatever. And you have a cheers, little kampai action. Where's the problem? That's got to be good for business. Granted, some of the sushi chefs probably get a little tipsy. But, on the other hand, that could be good, because when I cook, I like to have a beer when I'm cooking. Get a little,
That's the problem sometimes.
It's very rare. It's very rare. Thank you for bringing it up, though.
Just saying, don't buy them too many.
So, anyways.
I've known you to be very generous with your sake and your beer, with your sushi chefs when you're having a good time.
You know what? I like to be generous. I always can't afford to be generous. But, I saw something yesterday that really hit me weird. I was at the store, and I saw a young mom and her two kids, and she was having trouble paying the bill. And it really, because I used to be a stay-at-home dad, so it really kind of hit me, And I was watching it, and people behind are starting to really, they're starting to get impatient because they're trying to figure out, take this off.
Ugh, that hurts.
So I was in the next aisle over because I saw this happening, and it was nice because I want to shout out to Major Market in Escondido. I was there, and I said, what is that over there? What do they got? Because they took it off and set it behind them. And I said, what is that? And they said, I said, how much is that? I think it's some watermelon and a couple avocados. And how much is that? And I just said, here, just throw it on my bill. So I get it over there. And I think the best part about it, I think that they kind of comped a couple things in the bag. But I grabbed, I hope they don't get mad about that. But I grabbed the bag and I took it outside and I saw the lady. I was here. I said, I think you left this inside. And she was like, what? And I said, I think that they left it on the counter. She was like, did you buy this? And I said, I don't know. I just found it there. I guess you left it. And I just walked away. But it was like.
That's so nice.
Excuse me. It felt good to do it.
I'm sure. It's not the first time that you've done that.
No, but I don't bring it up because I'm trying to pat myself on the back.
No.
I'm saying it because I wish I could do it more.
Yeah.
You know, and I want to change that soon. So, but
it's hard to see that, you know.
It is because it looked like she was by herself, and I don't know. I don't you know. I don't know the circumstances. I mean, you only can see what you see.
Right.
But I do have. You know, I saw. You know what? I think what really hit me though is I remember having two boys about that age. You know, they were two. You know, about the same age, and I'd be in the market. You know. And I knew what it was like to have, but they were good. They were good boys. They were not, you know, acting dumb and yelling and scratching like I've seen people do in public. They were actually just, you know, sitting there patiently and waiting for mom to sort out whatever issue it was, and they were, you know, completely oblivious. But I reflected on the time, you know, we had, and but it you know, it was sad to me that I had to see, you know, her in that spot because the people, of course, behind her, there's about 3 or 4 people that were just making it really uncomfortable because they're like, you know, trying to get, we want to go. Come on, can you get this done? And I was just like, that's such an, you know, the situation is bad for everybody because, yes, I mean, it's unfortunate for the lady. It's unfortunate for the people in line. They just want to get their stuff and go home. But it didn't seem to me like anybody had any charity in them.
No compassion.
No. They didn't have any charity. It was incumbent upon me, you know, and I'm not necessarily, you know, able to do that either, but it just seems so wrong, you know. And I'm not saying that we all need to be going around, you know, doing this all the time. We can't. Who could afford that? But at the same time, though, I mean, that's a special situation, you know. These 2 little kids were not going to get their watermelon.
Just show a little compassion, people.
Yeah, just dumb. You know, and maybe just maybe, I have a connection to watermelon.
You're like, I'm not gonna let them go without watermelon. I know you love your watermelon.
I love my watermelon. So, and my kids love their watermelon, and so I just said, well, I'm not gonna get these kids not have the watermelon. So, anyways, it was. I'm sure, you know, I'm glad to see that happen, and I wish it would happen more. I'm just telling everybody, you guys should go out there. The holidays are coming. Hold on a second. Vamp. I gotta blow my nose.
Oh, sorry. Okay, yeah. Unfortunately, he's been suffering with a little sinus cold lately, so, but you're getting better, so.
Yeah, well, that little, you know, thing didn't help in a minute there. So, anyways, yeah, I think, you know, we're coming into the silly season, they call it, and I think it's time. You know, that's kind of maybe what got me, you know, inspired to do it also because I was like, come on, man, we can help each other out. It wasn't a big deal. It wasn't like I was, you know, giving away $1 million. It was, you know, a couple bucks. We're coming into the holidays. Everybody's going to start getting their nice and fuzzies all riled up. I think, you know, look, I think we can help each other, all of us, you know, and we got to get past all this. And this is, I don't want to get, you know, polarizing here, but I think, you know, we got to stop. We got to realize we're all one America. You know, we're all here together in America. I don't really care about your affiliations and what your interests are. Oh, I have my homeland's here, my homeland's there. If you live here in the United States, you're American. You know, you should be living under the gratitude of this great place we live. It's great because of the people inside of it. And if you're, you know, a sack of doo-doo and you aren't going to, you know, be a part of it, then you're not contributing. So contribute, man. You know, be a part of this. We're all here together. We're all here trying to make it happen. And we all can help each other when we need it. So my pledge to you, I am asking everyone to take your wall down, help each other out. Let's have a nice end of this year. It's coming up, Christmas. I don't mean immediately, but, you know, months from now. I mean, obviously, what's next? Halloween?
Yes.
Speaking of which, it was really fun. I went to Chat Jippet and I asked it to look at my artwork, and I said, I want to do a Halloween artwork, and I'm going to do it now with this Paradigm. I think that's what they're called, Paradigm, the app. And I'm going to do that with that AI and see what comes out. But they did a really cool rendering. I wanted a Halloween rendering. I asked it to take a picture of me and put the what do they call that when you take the picture and you transpose? Is that the good word for it? When you transpose your own face into somebody else's face?
Mm.
I guess the word for it. I asked it to take a rendering of Frankenstein, and put my face in it, and then put Grubthusiast on there. And it did it. And it's oddly enough, if you say do that in one kind of format, the artwork's different if you ask it to put it in a square format. Different artwork, different textures, most everything is a little different. Weird. I didn't know why. But I am going to do it now with this Paradigm app. See what happens. Maybe it'll be better. I don't know. Maybe a different artist.
I was going to say there's so many AI platforms now, right? That you can use. Like,
I guess.
I have, for my work, they tell us to use Copilot.
Copilot.
Yeah, because it's with Microsoft.
Okay.
I think it is.
Okay. Well, I'm going to try it, but this Paradigm so far has been free. I don't know.
The other one's free too, and so is the Gemini.
Well, ChatGipt is $20 a month or something.
Oh, right. No, but I'm saying the Copilot is free, I believe, and then you have Gemini. That's also.
I haven't
free.
tried it.
You should try
I'm gonna
those
try
two.
it. Yeah, we'll see. Maybe today, because I want to do a little, couple graphics for the old Grubthusiast. We'll see.
Yeah, give it a whirl.
Yeah. So look, anyways, thanks for listening to our rambling rants. Sushi is a very important thing. It is a seminal thing in my life. It's been with me since 1990. Is that about right? Through what was it called, Gateway Sushi over there, and off with Harry. Finally got it right. Said Gary first though. Harry used to make the most incredible, the best spicy tuna roll that I've pretty much ever had. It was the best. Why? I think back about it. I think the way he seasoned it, a little bit of Kewpie mayo inside the chopped fish, and also the right amount of spice. And I think now that I'm thinking about it, the temperature sounds weird, but the temperature of the roll was more neutral. It wasn't like we went to the Glass Box a year ago, 2 years ago, and the fish was nearly frozen. Remember that?
It was, but it was not 2 years ago. It's only like a year.
Sorry.
And that, no, it wasn't that fish. It was just really cold.
It was ridiculous.
It wasn't like you've been into it. It's hard.
It was so cold and really not properly done. They took it out of that refrigerator and they rolled it, and I swear it was very cold.
Mm-hmm.
Not so. Thinking back to Harry, do you ever see a sushi chef, the ones like the pros? You ever see them do how they change the temperature of the sushi before they give it to you? You ever seen that?
Yeah, where they're warming it with the palm of their hand. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and that's, I think, what Gary had the right temperature. It wasn't lukewarm. It was like room temperature, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Just the way that it was so good. And again, when you're working with something so simple, straightforward, I shouldn't say simple, straightforward, temperature is important. Temperature, texture,
I can't agree
seasoning.
with you more.
Yeah. It's just a straightforward thing. If you're doing it at another level. I mean, when I watched Jiro Love Sushi, the show,
yep,
the man, he had a guy out there turning and roasting the nori sheets by hand.
Mm-hmm.
What?
I remember that.
Yeah.
Even their rice has to be perfect.
Yeah.
That was another thing that I didn't like about the Glass Box too. That was
don't say it.
Why?
It was bad. It was bad.
Don't say it.
Yeah, it was bad. And it's such a pretty place. in that cool place. We can get, the little bars all around, and
Oh, I love the place.
it's a great place.
Yeah.
But
Cocktail's great. Go sit in the middle section, have a cocktail. It's really good.
Yeah. Man, God, how could you mess up the rice? This is a one day. It's probably just this one day.
We go back to consistency. It's just, you gotta be.
Do you know what somebody? Do you know what somebody told me one time? And again, this lady I met. I don't know. We were talking about food and whatever. And she says, "Have you been here?" I said, "Yeah." She goes, "What'd you think?" And she says, "You can't judge them on one time." She says, "You got to go at least 3 times." And I'm like, "What does that mean?"
Somebody else said that to me recently.
Yeah. You got to go to a poor experience 3 times to find the right one, and then what happens on the 4th? Does it go back and start at 1 again? Well, how does this work? My feeling is this. I'm being 100% with you. My feeling is first impressions last.
Yeah.
Okay.
Who just said it to me was we went to that Brothers Sushi, the one that replaced KZO.
Yeah.
And we couldn't get a seat at the sushi bar, but we got a seat at the bar, right? And we were sitting next to a couple that had also fabulous experience with KZO, and so they had been going here to this new one, and they said to me, or he asked, he's like, "So what'd you think?" And I'm like, it's not KZO. And he's like, I said, "What do you think?" And he's like, "Well," he says, "Yeah, give him a chance. I've been here a few times now, and it's gotten better, each time." I'm like, okay, I don't know if it's because they were new, it's sort of, but I thought too that this is not their first, their only sushi spot. They have more than one sushi spot.
They have many locations.
As far as like, oh, give them a chance kind of thing, I'm like, well, they should have this down. I mean, they've got more than one location, but again, I wasn't sitting at the sushi bar. He told me, yeah, go sit at the sushi bar. He did say that. He's like, yeah, sit at the sushi bar, and it's better there. Like,
I had an experience there. I was talking to the server, young girl, and she's telling me that she had gone there as a child to KZO.
Mm-hmm.
And she started telling me how much she loved. Her parents loved it. Went there as a child. The things she loved about it, I said, but then I wanted to say, well, why aren't you doing it then? You know what this was. Why aren't you trying to keep it up to the standard that you experienced yourself? I wanted to ask her this question, but I was like,
well, why? What do you mean? That was like her first time bartending.
No, I understand. But here's the thing. If you're going down this field and you know what's good, shouldn't you be trying to keep it at a level that you know is good? Not just do a job like, oh, and they're having to tell her, here, do this, do that. Look, this is a real simple thing. You know what I mean? It's be attentive to the customer. Get what they want. Do you give them what they need? Here, they're in need of a fork. Get them.
Did you not think she was attentive? Because I thought she was.
I think she was talkative. I don't think she was attentive.
Oh.
See the difference? Because I can sit there and carry on a conversation with you, but that doesn't mean that you're, attending to my needs. And it sounds so weird for me to say that. Oh, you have to be in service. It's a weird way people would go, oh, attending to your needs? What are you talking? Yeah, I'm sorry. If you're in service, if you're a server, you have to serve. Sorry. If you want to be an AI technician or you want to work on tractors, go do that. But if you want to hand out food at a restaurant, it's called service. Do that. You do that well, make sure the customer gets what they want, when they want it, how they want it. Yeah, you'll do well. But if you really want to, I don't know, you want to data mine Bitcoin, then go do that. Sorry. Enough of my rant. Listen, thank you for listening. We had a hoot. We haven't done this in a while. So,
and going back to, let me just say before you sign off. We complain about consistency.
Yeah. And we aren't consistent? Is that what you're saying?
You're not being consistent with your
I'm going to be 100 with you.
Output.
I totally get it. Here's my problem. I don't find enough to talk about. I don't. I
think you should be talking about not just restaurants that you go to. I think you should be talking about all the food that you make for your family.
I don't think anybody wants to hear that.
But let's put that out there. Do you guys want to hear about all the things that he makes at home? Because you can't find it in a restaurant for the most part. I mean, maybe some variation,
I
but
am
no.
so. But look, I'm so over my food though.
I know.
I am, and really, I come to you guys nightly, daily, even today. Like, what do you want for dinner? Give me a direction.
Damn.
Yeah, put you on the spot.
Putting me on.
Well, you're the one that brought it up. So, I struggle because there are lots
of those
there's lots of gimmicky stuff that I see on the internet, but oftentimes they're so robust in ingredients. Like I'll spend $60 or $70 in getting the right fish or the right pasta or get the right this or right that. I just don't want to do that every day. I want to make simple stuff that's really hearty and delicious. And right now we're coming into the fall. What you need now is something a little more substantial that goes into your gut. You know what I mean? Like something hot, something nutrient dense, protein. Like honestly, chicken and potatoes sounds great right now. A fresh batch of chicken and potatoes.
You still have chicken and potatoes.
And then I'd love to have some pinto beans. I should make some beans. Those are good staples to have in the house. But you know what came to my mind yesterday? Whole roasted chicken with like green beans and mashed potatoes. That sounds amazing. I'd love to have mashed potatoes. That seems to be a really good hearty thing. What is your take?
I would agree. I mean, I haven't had a nice big, roasted chicken.
Yeah, it's such a nice looking thing too. And a nice,
it's so good too.
Yeah, but kids don't like it.
Simple. No, they do like it.
They don't.
They do?
They don't.
I don't know what you're talking
No,
about.
I'll tell you why. I come to the realization that Thomas Keller, I think is the name of the guy that I got the recipe for the chicken. It sounds dumb to get a recipe for roast chicken,
especially because you don't really do too much.
No, but it's not crisp. It's not what you're. See, that's the thing about food for me. Simplicity. Like when I went to a French cooking school, and the palette of ingredients is very small. It's herb. It's there's butter, there's cream, there's stock, and then there's the protein and your vegetables. But everything's really kind of delicately handled. It's not like they're covering it in cheese and breadcrumbs, and you can go overboard. But if you want to bring out the natural essences of your ingredients, if you're using good ingredients, you don't need to do too much. Just the way that they don't do that much with sushi. You take a piece of fish and you just lay it gently in some ponzu or some soy sauce and a little bit of chili or a little bit of that. You don't need much. Why do you think the sushi rice? Straightforward. What is it? You're putting a little bit of vinegar in it, maybe. Or it's in the cleaning of the rice. It's in the how you cook it, how much water, how the tenderness and the poppiness of each grain, and the vinegar you put inside there. That's simplicity. So that's what I like. French cooking to me is similar. Butter, cream, a little bit of wine to deglaze. A little reduction of stock. That's what I like about this dish. The Thomas Keller makes a chicken, and what he does is he just pats it dry, takes the skin and makes it dry, and then ties the wings up, so it's one unit, and then from the top salts and peppers it from the top, and then roasts it. And what happens is you render the skin, get all the fat out of the skin. And then you make the inside, because it's all encased inside there, it locks in all of the juices.
All the moisture. Mm-hmm.
It's just, it's amazing.
I know. And then the skin is crispy.
It's crispy.
And that's one of my things. I don't, the texture of stuff is very important to me. And I've never liked
chewy.
I do not
gooey.
like, I
you don't like
skin.
You don't like tripas? Oh, you do.
No, I don't like tripas.
You do.
I don't.
What's that one dish you do?
Cueritos.
Yeah, disgusting.
Which is skin.
It's disgusting.
It's not.
It is disgusting.
Depends on who makes it. I just went to Mexico. My aunt made it, and it was fantastic.
No, listen, I think the thing about it is you like your aunt.
No.
Yeah, you like your aunt. And so she makes this out of her heart, and it is better than going to a restaurant and getting it.
Listen, it's not just me. She took the dish, because it was a big family party in Mexico.
Yeah.
The next day, after the huge party, we go to another, cousin's house for a smaller, more intimate party, but it's still 30 people or thereabouts. Yeah. And so she brings over that as one of the appetizers, because she is always, makes something. She made mole and she brought cueritos for everybody. And all the people that were there that she doesn't usually, you know and cook for, because we were all out of town or, different part of the family. So she made this and people loved it. Okay. Everybody was over there going, oh my God. So she's like, I went over there because the next day I went to her house for more food. And she's like, I took my thing over. She goes, I came back with nothing. She goes, she's like, what if I had not taken anything? What would people be eating? But it was like, I went and I took this and people loved it.
You're talking about Rosa.
Yeah.
Okay. So she took over 7 dishes.
No, she took over a couple.
Yeah. And they're all gone.
All gone. Plus there was already a food that was made that was also delicious. My other aunt made some delicious food as well.
Yeah.
So, yeah. But,
okay.
But you act like those are exceptionally.
I'm not
her
for
food
other
is
people.
exceptional.
I'm not speaking for other people. I'm talking about the fact that Rosa is a great cook.
She's a great
master cook. And I mean, pretty much everything that she'd make, I would give a shot. But when it comes to
skin,
well, I mean, look, when as a boy, I grew up making and eating menudo. Okay,
yeah, and I hate
and I mean, to this day, I could have a bowl of menudo very easily because I'm familiar. I understand what it is, but it's not something that I eat outside of that. I don't go seeking out other tripe dishes in any way. When it comes to this, Guarito, what is the meat? Is it tripe or is it skin off the animal? Outside skin, which. Again, I don't know what nutrients are inside there. I don't know what value it has to your body. But I know I know when I put it in my mouth, I don't care what you've done to it, citrus juices and herbs and all that. It is not something that I seek out. So again, some people just have an aversion to things because they had a bad experience. I once met a person who will go nameless who said that they stopped eating cheese when they were 8. And have you tried cheese since? You're 40. Have you tried cheese? No. Because something happened in that one encounter that was so off-putting that they can never revisit it. Okay? I also don't like that other one, the beef tartare one.
Oh my God, I love it.
Yeah, and it's not something that I can do. There is still something about it. I remember eating it. That's how vile it was for me. That I was eating. I've eaten raw beef before. I've had it like little pieces of it. It's not bad, but something about the cooking process of the acid of the citrus. It really, wow. There's something in the transition between raw and cooked by acid. There's something about it that just hits me like up in your jawline, like it gets you that weird feeling up in behind your ear and your jaw. It's awful. It's awful. And I loved your Uncle Rick, and your Uncle Rick made a fantastic tuna dish that it's still to this day. I can make the dish now. I can make that tuna dish now, but I don't. Because it's almost in the realm of leave that alone. You know what I mean?
Even though that we all ask for it, like my son, our son asked for it.
He doesn't.
He does.
He doesn't.
He asked for his birthday.
Who? Which one?
Luca.
He asked for Rick's tuna. Why didn't we? What happened? Why didn't anybody make it?
I don't remember.
Yeah. Okay. Because I think it's off limits. And I say this to you because when I eat it, I think of Rick.
Of course we all.
And I don't think it's the same. Yeah, it doesn't hit the way Rick's tuna hit. Why? I don't know. It just doesn't do that.
Yeah.
Even when I make your mom's beans, they don't taste like your mom's beans. They taste like my beans. My beans are fine. But when I've had your mom's beans, when she does it the way I like, they're incredible. And so I don't know.
But yeah.
But anyway, I can't eat that beef tartare. It's just not right.
I love that. What do they call it? I'm trying to remember what it's called.
It's carne molido.
Yes.
Yeah, don't.
Which is carne molida means ground beef,
Yeah,
but
ground
it's
beef.
this
But the way they do
the way they
it,
do
citrus juice
Yeah.
and salt and pepper and
But the
herbs and
cueritos,
things.
I mean, you like pork rinds. It's essentially it's
no,
pickled pork rinds. That's
no,
what
but
it is.
yeah, but it's what I like about skin is it's the fact that it's rendered. When you take all that fat out and you leave the skin and some sinew and some meat. That's what I like about chicharron. Yeah, I like crispy, salty. Yeah,
I
that's
get
what
it.
I don't like the gelatinous
And
kind of fatty,
I'm
weird
telling
skin.
you, I agree with you 100%. I
Yeah.
never did.
Yeah.
There's only certain people that have made it, like my
Yeah.
uncle
Yeah.
and my aunt.
Yeah, but see again, it's not so much about the food. I think it's the relationship with Rick. Like when I sit there, when I remember sitting there with Rick eating his tuna, and I'd be going, wow, and maybe because you didn't make it. See, that's another thing too.
Yeah.
If you don't make it,
Yeah.
then you have the pleasure of not having to taste it.
Right, because
didn't
as
taste
you're
it?
cooking it, you're tasting constantly.
Yeah, you're tasting it, dialing it in, getting it kind of where it is, and by the time you're done, you don't want to eat anymore.
You know what's funny though? What my aunt said, because I was, of course, we're talking about food and talking about my Uncle Rick and all that stuff, and she, my mom is notorious for this too. All three of them, my mom and her sister and her brother, they don't taste their food as they're cooking it.
So you're saying that Rosa doesn't taste her food?
No, I asked. She says, "Oh, I don't taste it. I never taste my food." I'm like, "That's so weird."
Yeah.
I said, "I thought that's what people are supposed to." She goes, "No, I don't taste it. Neither did." And my mom's like, "Yeah, I don't. They don't taste their food as they're cooking it."
Yeah.
So I know you do, which is by the time you're done making it, you don't want to have anything to do with eating it.
Well, I don't understand how you'd ever get how you'd ever dial it in.
I think maybe it's because they make it so much, like the same thing. They probably already know.
I wish
you
I
know?
made the same thing all the time. I don't. I don't
you
make.
don't.
I mean,
You get bored of that.
I make a half a dozen dishes all the time. Chinese chicken salad.
Yeah.
Chicken and potatoes. I used to make noodle dish quite a bit.
Yeah.
I make the red pasta, the prego. The one that there.
Meatloaf.
Meatloaf. I've gotten asada lately because we're doing nachos.
You make a Greek
dish.
Greek
Yeah,
dish.
and again, I there's no way I could possibly make a bowl of tzatziki without tasting it, because I have a memory, a direct memory when I first tasted it. At the very first time I tasted the tzatziki that I made from the restaurant, I remember standing in the restaurant, and someone handed me a tasting spoon because they had a vat. Here, taste this. I put it to my mouth, and I literally looked to the heavens and said, "Wow!"
And you're like, "Oh."
Yeah, and ever since I've been making it.
I know, but you taste it all the time. So if you had to make the tzatziki without tasting it, just by this much of this, could you do it?
Yeah, yeah, I could. I wouldn't want to.
Maybe you just enjoy tasting it.
Well, clearly, no one's disputing that. I love tasting the tzatziki. If I had I remember there used to be something at the restaurant called crudité, and they would take a big bowl of ice, and they would take the raw vegetables, carrots, celery, yada yada, really great colors, purple and whatever, and they would stuff them into the ice bowl so it's all sticking out. And at the center, they would have a bowl of tzatziki and a bowl of hummus. Mm-hmm. And it was just, it looked great. It tasted great. Perfectly chilled on ice. Delicious. Yeah, no, I love, speaking of which, when I used to work at a place called True Food Kitchen back, I don't know, 20 years ago? How long has it been now? They used to have family meal, and you could go into the kitchen and pick out whatever you liked. What? Don't do that to me, man. Don't do that to me, because I will take you to the bank on that one. You will regret saying that. But they used to have an incredible salad bar, and then which had the hummus and the tzatziki and all this stuff on it. So I used to go back there, and I'd go to every one of I found out what I liked, and I'd go get a leg and thigh combo, roasted leg and thigh combo that was rubbed with garlic and parsley. And it was just perfectly done. Skin on, crisp, beautiful. And then I'd go get a scoop of hummus, the citrus hummus, citrus hummus, cilantro, parsley, lemon, lime. Amazing. And then I'd get a handful of Marcona almonds. They had these Marcona almonds from the salad bar, but in oil.
Yeah.
They were just heavenly. And then I'd get some tzatziki sauce, and I'd get I don't remember. But one time I went back there after I'd worked there, and I saw somebody I knew, and I said, "Hey, how you doing?" And they, "Oh, blah blah, long time no see, blah blah blah." And I said, can you do me a favor? Can you just give me what I want, for lunch? I don't want to know anything off the menu. Can you just give me my lunch? Yeah. So the bill comes. That plate of food cost me $40. And it was insane because I think they charged me for
every little individual thing,
because they didn't know how to charge, because it was like, but fortunately for me, I got lucky because that same person that I saw was like, I got you, but I swear to goodness, if I had paid for that just simple plate, it would have cost me $40.
Yeah.
And it was it was a very, it wasn't very expensive ingredients, but it was, but it was so nice, lovely. I remember, you know what also they had in there too? The roasted butternut squash.
Oh, yum.
And the roasted, that's what it was. Hummus, roasted butternut with broccoli and cauliflower.
Oh, I love that dish.
We should do that. I have that.
I know. You don't have the butternut squash.
We'll get it.
That would be good with the roasted chicken.
Yeah. Ooh, roasted. Okay, so roasted butternut, roasted broccoli and cauliflower, salt and pepper, regular, and then a whole roasted Thomas Keller chicken. Simple, crispy skin,
yes.
No butter, just beautiful.
And your mashed potatoes.
And a mashed potato. Now, you know what I used to love in school? Garlic leek.
Yum. I know. You've made that before.
Yeah.
Yeah. You've also made another one with goat cheese. So.
Oh, yeah. Well, those are the double stuffed. The ones I make for Thanksgiving.
Yep.
I didn't go to Thanksgiving last year, did I? I don't think I did.
I don't think so.
No. Maybe I'll go this year. I don't know.
Garlic leek.
Garlic leek.
That sounds good.
Yeah.
You have leeks in the
I
fridge.
do. And I have garlic. And I have some potatoes. I think I have potatoes too.
You do have some potatoes.
A few potatoes.
You just don't have butternut.
Yeah, no butternut. I can get that.
That's
and a chicken. I need a chicken and butternut. No big deal. Just a chicken. We do have. Also, I think the boys. You mentioned that the boys didn't like chicken. I mentioned they don't like the roasted chicken. I don't think they do.
You're wrong, because I know for sure Damien loves it because he loves the skin. It just needs to be crispy. That's all. I mean, he and I are the same in that regard.
I don't remember. I remember him saying it's just chicken. It's just food. That's the term that used to really irk me.
Oh,
man.
when our kids would,
They would just say, it's just food.
It's just food.
Just food. What does that mean, though? All of it's food. Everything you eat is food. What do you mean?
To them, it's like, it's just basic. It's just basic food.
You know what?
It is basic if you break it down, sure, but it doesn't taste basic. Where are you going to get that?
Well, that's like saying sashimi is basic then.
I know. It's
basic. It's too basic for you.
Yeah.
But it's the most expensive thing on the menu. I don't know. What does that mean?
Yeah, they're
jaded.
They're
jaded.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's what disappointed. I was mentioning that earlier. I don't know what our boys will do. You better learn how to cook. That's all I'm saying. You better learn how to cook.
I've told our oldest son, I said, listen, if he's coming to terms with, oh my God, things are so expensive, and if I had to do this on my own, what would I do? I'm like, you better either learn how to cook, or you better get yourself, a high-paying gig, because you are going to struggle. You're going to be...
You are going to struggle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're going to hate life.
Yeah.
Because he's already complaining. Oh my God, I spend so much money on food every day. I'm like,
what do you
welcome
mean he
to the world.
Money?
If he pays for lunch, he's like you said, it could be
$100 a week.
Yeah. And so that's why he's like, oh my God. So he really does keep it down to like $10 a day. He'll go to Chipotle and get a burrito. And I'm like, okay, because you can get a lot for it. But I'm like, that's gonna, every day.
Wears you out. Now, granted, there's a lot of food and there's a lot of good nutrients inside there, possibly. Mm-hmm. But every day?
Yeah. It's like he gets bored of it. So he's like, when I pack him some food for lunch, he's like, oh my God, thank you so much.
Do we have something for him today? No, we don't.
I do.
You do? Mm-hmm. What'd you get?
A little bit of the shrimp pasta that you made.
It wasn't much left.
Doesn't matter. He'll take it.
Whew.
Because I give him more than that. I'll give him a big bowl of fruit with some veg and,
You know what? This is off subject, but you know what? It did make me start to think about how well we treat our children. Because that will motivate them to stay.
That's not good.
No. No. You make it too comfortable, they're not going to leave.
Yeah. Well, that's not true.
No,
Damien's bad. Damien's out.
No,
and you've taught him really well because he knows how to make a lot of stuff.
You know, he thanked me recently for that.
Mm-hmm.
He did. He thanked me for teaching him to cook.
Yeah.
I didn't really do much, but I let him kind of figure it out for himself. I gave him some direction, but he's figured a lot of it out for himself.
And he also took culinary in high school.
Yeah, he's curious, and he's a curious and motivated.
Mm-hmm.
That's a very good combination.
I have no worries. He even knows how to make sushi. He taught him how to make, simple rolls of tuna, salmon, and that's not even true. Not even rolls. He's made sashimi. We've gotten some really good yellowtail. My mom, her ex-boss, she has a cousin who does a lot of fishing and comes back and brings back fresh tuna, fresh yellowtail. So he will make sushi for us when we're over there on vacation. Yeah, he did for one of their birthdays. Okay. One of the kids' birthdays.
Okay. How'd they come out?
Fantastic. Everybody loved it.
Yeah, cool.
But then he was like, this sucks.
Yeah.
I'm stuck here making this. I mean, just as he's making it, it's gobbled up like that.
Welcome to cooking.
That's why he didn't like that. He's
no, it's not.
Sucks.
Yeah, I mean, it's a very thankless job, and people do not really appreciate the effort that goes into most dishes.
I don't know. I mean, I guess it depends on the person. I totally appreciate.
No, I don't mean they don't aren't effusively grateful. Like, thank you, it's so great. Oh my God, no, but it's like. You don't know like the thought process.
I do. Why do you think when I say
shopping, the prep, the cooking?
Yeah, you make chicken tikka masala, and I feel like so bad when we ask you to make.
That is not a hard one to do.
Oh my God,
it is not a hard one to do. Anytime that you have, look, if you prep everything ahead of time, like you get the garam masala, I make my own garam masala. Yeah. You make your garam masala, make a big container of it, so you have plenty, and you have you buy the chicken thighs. You need a little cream. You need all the spices like not cardamom. You need things like clove, ground clove, and really, if you ground it yourself, it's better. You need salt and pepper, of course. You need.
I know, but you put all these things together, and I'm just saying,
turmeric.
There's so many steps to me. Yeah, there's a lot of steps, a lot of ingredients.
You could do a lot of it ahead of time, but the thing about it is that.
That's another one of your staple dishes, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
Again, you have many. It's not 6. You have at least a dozen or more dishes that we all
Speaking of tikka masala, that does sound pretty good, though.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, it does sound pretty good. Tikka masala. It would be good hot and spicy on a kind of a cool day. That'd be pretty nice. You want to do that?
Sounds good.
It does. And that'll be lunch for tomorrow, too. If I do it right.
I was going to say.
Yeah.
If you make a lot, because usually you have to make a lot.
Do you have basmati, or is jasmine? No, it's just with basmati.
I have basmati. Yeah.
Maybe. What do you think?
I think we should stop. We're just talking, and people are like, "What are they doing?" We're just sitting here. This is the conversation we will have every day about what should we eat. Okay.
I did enjoy making those salmon cups the other day.
Oh, another one, the salmon cups.
Yeah, well, that's a new entry.
It's not new. You've been doing that for a couple years.
Yeah, but I found that off the internet. It was a rage for a minute, and they're so good if you do them right. So very, very good. Yeah. As a matter of fact, you don't get any. Another thankless situation because you have one little muffin tin, and then as soon as you put them on the thing, they're gone.
Yeah.
And then and salmon has become so expensive. I've had to use the lesser price. Not the Atlantic. I'd love the Atlantic, but it's so pricey.
What are you getting?
I'm getting, what was it? Steelhead? Something like that. It's a cheaper one.
Oh.
See, that's a good part about this thing. It doesn't require like premium.
It's not sushi. Yeah. So you're cooking it.
Yeah. If you're going to cook it, you don't need it. I mean, it's a little fishier, but you cover up the fishiness with the marinade of the fish and then the cream sauce you make for it. Mm-hmm. But yeah, so good. And really, I didn't do it. Well, I don't know. But oh my God, I forgot about the pasta, the shrimp pasta. That's another one.
Well, I'm telling you, you've got at least a dozen.
Let's shout out the shrimp pasta too. The shrimp pasta from Chef, the movie Chef. That's where I learned it.
That's where you've learned it?
Yeah. I didn't know it before then. I didn't even know it existed.
That's not even true. We used to go to Shabuya.
No, it's not the same.
I know it's not the same, but it's like a variation.
No, it's different. Way different. They use so much at Shabuya on Sawtell. It used to be right there at Sawtell and Purdue or whatever the street is. They they used like a pork broth, and they used a lardon of like what is it? What do they call it? Pork belly.
Pork belly, yeah.
It was a crisp lardon.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it was.
Yeah, it's true. Now that I think about it,
Different thing.
And then they put those sweet onions.
Oh yeah,
they saute those sweet onions.
Yeah, sweet onion.
I think I want that now. With some broccoli, and they put a little broccoli.
Broccoli. Yeah,
mm-hmm. And it's pan-seared meals.
Yeah.
I want that.
What? Instead of tikka masala? No.
No, because we just had something similar. So
yeah, no, I'm not doing that. No.
But I love that dish.
Oh yeah, but see, I would really want to research that because they were doing something. They were, and what I really want to do though too. I always wanted to do was do the ramen, a ramen broth like the one they did there.
Oh yeah.
That soy-based ramen broth, yummy, yummy with the egg and the noodles and the.
Well, you make what's that Vietnamese one that you make?
What?
That bowl. Oh my God.
Oh,
what's it called?
Vietnamese?
Yes.
Bibimbap?
Yes.
Is that Vietnamese? That's Korean.
Oh, okay.
That's Korean. Bibimbap. I love that. Oh, that sounds good too. That sounds good too. Bibimbap.
That's what I'm saying. You make
by the way,
dishes.
Do you know what bibimbap means?
I did know.
Yeah, mixed bowl.
I was going to say it's something really like
it just means a mixture.
Basic, yeah.
I mean, there's no when I saw the recipe for bibimbap, it was like, oh. Then I was talking to a friend of mine who's Korean, and he was like, oh, you know what that means, right? It just means a mixture.
It's just a bunch of crap.
I'm like, oh, so it could be anything. I was trying to like follow the recipe, and no, there's no reason to follow the recipe. It's just a bunch of mixed stuff. You know what? Hainanese chicken though, we haven't had that.
I know. See, you make Hainanese chicken. That's delicious.
Hainanese chicken is good. It's not my favorite though. Maybe I need to improve it because it just, I don't know. Sometimes it hits and sometimes it doesn't. Maybe
it always hits.
I think I need to do more with the chicken. That's it. I think I need to do more with the chicken.
But the chicken is,
No, it's a boiled chicken, but I think
the star are the dips that you.
Yeah, no, but there'll be times when I'm eating I pull that tender boiled chicken apart and you rub it into the sauces because it's not very flavorful chicken. It doesn't work.
But then if it's too flavorful, it's going to compete with the sauces that are there. So it can't.
I am going to do something. I don't know what it is, but I'm going to vary it up just a little, just to see if I can add a little more punch to the flavor. Not a lot. Don't get crazy. Oh, we're going to ruin my dish. No, just do something and see if it turns out a little different. You know what really made me mad one time? Somebody that will go nameless. I made this dish for your family.
Okay, stop.
And this bonehead took the three independent sauces and mixed them.
Well, you know what?
Right in front of me. No. Didn't mix them by bathing each piece in a little bit of that, a little bit of this. Took the three sauces that I made independently and poured them into one bowl.
Well, let's just say
this. And
looked
looked me right in the eye like, what's the problem?
It's all going to go into the same place.
I don't mean that. But like sometimes the whole thing about the dish is that you take one piece of chicken and you dip it in there and maybe a little bit of that and you hit it. But if you mix them together, like just mix the three things together.
It's like a chef who made a steak and then you pour ketchup on it.
All right. It was done intentionally. I took umbrage. I think it was offensive. You looked me right in the eye while you did it too. You son of a... I'll never forget it too. Like I
clearly,
but this is that kind of person, though. That kind of person, yeah.
So I have to go
right in the eye.
Work.
Poured them together like I wasn't even there.
Signing off. Thanks for the chat.
Don't do that to people. If somebody makes you a dish, and you just disregard what they did and just throw it all together in a bowl like a hack, that's wrong. So, anyways. All right. Well, listen, guys. Thank you for listening. We'll do more of these. I want to do more, and we will talk to you soon. Have a great day.